Yeah, ASSD made me bleed another 5K this week. Yeah, I'm long 500. See, I'm a believer in Bitcoin, and I DCA Bitcoin every Monday, the same dollar amount. And yeah, what can we do? I'm long 500 January 2.5 calls, leaps January 2027, and long 350 of those. Look, they're down to dimes and nickels. They can't go any lower. That's the premium. It's going to hold. So I think I'm safe now. Well, I mean, 0 is the bottom, right? So if BTC rips, Strive, which is ASST, will have a rally, and I have a year and a month, and hopefully it will do it by then. If it does, just going back to break even will add like 30, 40K to my account. But it's been a disaster. In fact, that's the reason. That one position, SBET, is another one that bled me the last 2 months from 81% to 31% to finish the year at 31%. So garbage. Horrible. Boneheaded. What else is there to say? Anyway, so ASSD is that. Here's my BMNU position. Long, still 3,500 shares. Average cost, I think, is like, after buying those back yesterday, I think I'm about 610 range. We're at 590. Bought them back and sold another round of calls for February already. I sold the 6s, 7s, and 8s. I got really good pricing. I sold the 6s at $1.50, 7s at 113, and 8s at 87 cents. So after this, my cost basis will drop to appreciably below current market value. So I'm looking at this like an ATM machine kind of a thing at the moment because my cost basis is low. Carnival Cruise, I am long 55, February expiration, 30 calls. And next one is Open Door. I'm long 40, February, 6 calls. Next one is, this is a new position, PEPG, PepGen Inc. I am long 30. I can only buy 30. The bid and offer is extremely wide on that, so it's tough. But anyway, I was able to buy 30 of them. Average cost $1.02. These are February, all February expiration, regular expiration, 5 calls. This is the SPY put debit spread. I was long 40, about 260. I chucked 30 out of the 40, about 325 to 350 range when the market sold off a couple of days ago. Holding 10. Wave Life Sciences, I have some calls expiring today, and then we'll see what we do with the, I was long 80. I'm down to 20. Took profits when the stock rallied to 16 a couple of days ago. And last but not least, I'm long 2,500 shares of ZSL, which is the 2X ETF, inverse ETF of SLV. That's getting close now. See, it's always exciting. This morning it was up to 325. Now we're at 305. Not only I bought the shares, but I put a covered strangle. It was a covered strangle position. I had for the weeklies anyway. They're expiring today. I sold the 3 puts and the 4 calls. I'm hoping to get it signed. I think silver is, the parabolic is going to end really badly. I don't know if it's going to end tomorrow or next week, but it will end. When it ends, it will be in tears. I'm not bearish on the metals, but I think it's gone. It's way out of control at the moment. So if these expire worthless, then my plan is to sell more strangles on Monday. If I get a sign, then I'll sell strangles at a 50% level. Full cover calls, because the premiums on ZSL on a $3 stock literally is astronomical. So literally selling 3 threes, 3 puts, 3 calls, strangle is over $1.10. Stock is 3. That's 30+%, close to 40% for a month. I mean, that's like, and I really don't care at that point if I get assigned more shares. My cost basis is going to collapse after 2 rounds of call selling. My cost basis will go to 0 on this thing. On top of that, if we were to get a sell-off in silver, obviously this will appreciate. So I'm happy with that position, honestly. Yeah, those are the positions. Not much else is going on. I'm actually looking to sell some CCL. CCL has weekly calls. I'm looking to sell Carnival Cruise. It pulled back more than I thought it would pull back, actually. But I'm looking to sell some Next Friday is 31 calls, about 10 to 15 cents, lower cost basis a little bit. And yeah, that's where we are. Not much more going on. Yeah, this ASST killed me, just fucking killed me. Anyway, but what can you do? It's nursing like $22,000 unrealized loss on that. See, we tell you the losses, we tell you the gains. We got nothing to hide. Actually, look at SPET rally to 11. Wow, beautiful. Some of my group holds SPET, I'm pretty sure. And let's go to some charts. Let's look at some nosebleeds. And then we'll answer questions and we'll say goodbye, have a cup of coffee, because at the end of the day, I have shit expiring that I need to pay attention to, and they're right at the monies. One is above, one is below. So we'll have to make a decision. Let's look at charts. Yeah, this thing I think is going to moon, but we'll see. There was a big whale buying some way out of the money calls yesterday, February 40s, but I may join him actually. So let's look at SPY. This is the move I'm talking about, this little grind higher. Yeah, I don't know. We're either going to go hit the top of the channel, which is 7,300 range on SPX, or we're going to go V-test to low, which is at the 200 EMA at 645. We'll see. But I think this volatility is going to expand because VIX is kind of turning its head up, although it's down a little bit today. You know, VIX is volatility index, obviously. This is TLT. TLT is don't freeze on me now, TOS. This is TLT. This is the inverse ETF of a 20-year bond, meaning if TLT is going down, that means interest rates are going up. So Fed's been cutting rates and interest rates are going up. Why is that? Well, I talked about that. It's the debt, the deficit, dollar losing value, all that good shit. So this is triple Q. I mean, this sideways thing is going to resolve itself. Actually, on triple Q, we have like kind of an ascending, kind of a triangle, ascending wedge, actually. So that's chopstick talk for you guys. I kind of know what I'm talking about when it comes to chopsticks. All right, so let's look at the Mag 10, Apple. Downtrend, lower lows, lower highs. I mean, test 200 EMA. I'll be buying Apple probably. Here's Amazon. So Mag 10 is not going anywhere. They're all in kind of short-term downtrends. What am I doing, man? Okay, you guys see that, right? Lower. Okay, that's Amazon. Not close to 52-week high. This is Microsoft. So, I mean, lower lows, under 200 EMA. Microsoft high was 550. We're down to 460, right? Where are the put sellers? Oh, yeah, I saw some puts. Okay. Anyway, long story short, that's why market's not going anywhere. It's just kind of going flat to sideways. Without Mag 10, SPY cannot go up because 80% or 75% of SPY is the top 10 stocks. Simple as that. Here's Google, my favorite. That looks kind of different. That's the best looking Mag 10. What else is in the Mag 10? NVIDIA. Look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA has been sideways. Actually, it's the same price as it was, last July. Same price, going sideways. Now, is this a massive top? Are we going to roll over and die? Or is this a, 7-month base to take off? We're going to find out, won't we? Because if these starts rolling over, market's in trouble. So you guys understand. Netflix, short puts. 88, right at my strike. Earnings are, I think, when are the earnings? Next couple of days, I think, right? 120. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday. Beautiful. I hope I get assigned. This is my long-term port. This is Kava. Oh, the same thing. Sold puts got assigned. Actually, was down about 15%. Now we're up about 20%. There's Lulu. Lulu, you dyslexic shit. Lulu right there. UPS finally breaking out after they laid off 40,000 people. There we go. UPS. Lovely. On an uptrend now, above 200 EMA. Now, on this one, you guys should be selling puts. The put sellers. Okay? All right. So Meta in Mag 7 or Mag 10, nothing. Look at these, right? Okay, so if these don't go up, SPY cannot go up. Anyway, Tesla, right? So just to be man of my word, let's look at Tesla. Let's look at it. This is 10-year Tesla. Tesla literally is the same price as it was in July of 2022. Almost identical price. Has it been a beautiful trading stock? Yeah. Literally, yeah, if you've been holding since July, if you bought at 4 or 400, we're at 430. We're up like 6%, 7%. And in the meantime, it was exciting. It took you down to 100, by the way. So, you know, I mean, so when people go, stonks go up, I'm like, yeah, stonks go up. Anyway, this is Hood. Getting exciting. Oh, wait a minute. Now only down 25 cents. All right, group. MACD under 0. No rush yet. But Hood has been 153 down to 110. Last time, it seems like Hood really does hold 200 EMA. We got close last time. It's definitely in the downtrend. So Hood is something we need to watch. Palantir was nasty fall today. Nasty reversal, actually. Again, Palantir, same price as it was last August. Hasn't gone anywhere. I mean, it's gone up 8,000% probably. Palantir looks like it's going to roll. It looks like it's rolling over. Retested the 200 coming up, maybe. So, you know, without these major names moving, market's not going anywhere. Let's look at some of the nosebleeds, and then I'll answer some questions. ASTS, look at this thing. How beautiful. Look at this thing. 101 high, went to 50 in about a month and a half, 50% lower, while the market was making all-time highs. From 50 to we're at 120 now. Nosebleed, parabolic, please be careful. Okay, so actually, let's look at the metals real quick. Silver, SLV down 81. This is SLV, the ETF. So the price is higher. Price is like $90 on the spot market. Yeah. So ZSL is the 2x inverse ETF. 308. Well, maybe the strangle will expire worthless, and then we'll sell it again. So that's ZSL. So these 2x ETFs are trouble. Here's BMNR. 31.17, up 30 cents now. Very great. Just sideways. Here's BMNU. 590, up 6 cents. There's my calls. Sold the calls on it. And it's not much we can do at the moment. Hopefully you'll get called away at the end of February. Expiration anyway. Here's MSTR. Disaster. There's your MNAV compression. 457 down to 147. Pretty good, right? Yeah. Is it going to bottom here? I have no clue, because this is IBIT. This is Bitcoin ETF. Actually, I'm hoping and praying, you know, that we break through the 200. That's long enough of a base. We'll just kind of have a move going. But yeah, I mean, and this is ETHA. This is the Ethereum ETF. These are the two largest ETFs. If this is topping here and we're going to take a leg down, God help everyone. That's all I can say. So definite downtrend, although kind of getting neutral now. Broke the downtrend. I should erase this by now, right? It broke the downtrend. So yeah, this fucking line. Erase. Same thing on IBIT. I don't like lines. I like naked charts. You can draw all the lines. There's so many fools drawing lines on BMNR. Well, you've got a bunch of idiots, bro. Why would you draw lines on BMNR? Draw lines on ETHA. Then we'd have something right here. Draw lines on that. I could draw like 50 lines on this. What for? I don't know. It doesn't work. How does ETH look on long term? 3 year? You know, 10-year. It hasn't been around that long. Okay, fine, whatever. Definite downtrend. Although we're trying to suspend the downtrend here, but we'll see. What else? So my positions. Well, yeah, BMNU, ASST, of course, whatever. CCL. Made a 52-week high. Testing the lower band and testing the 50 SMA. Don't like it, honestly. But then we'll see. This is the top. We're in trouble. But we'll have to get out. This is open door. This one, the line is valid. I'm going to keep the line. Because about 3-4 days ago, it came and tagged it. Tagged it, sold off. Okay, I go, good pullback, close the gap, time to get in. I got in. Let's see what happens. Another one is PEPG, down to 518. Well, we bought that on support. We'll see what that turns out to be. And let's go to the nosebleed section of the world. We went to ASTS, obviously. This is ASTS. This is Rocket Lab. This is Lunar. They're all top of the Bollinger Band. I mean, retesting the upper band. Metals were selling off, so I'll just look at a few of those. But let's look at IREN. And that's like coming off a base. It looks kind of Oklo. That's why I'm looking at Oklo real closely at the moment. Is there like a inverse head and shoulders there? I mean, not inverse, head and shoulders bottom. I don't know. So here's the shoulder, here's the head, here's the right shoulder, neckline. I mean, this looks perfect textbook head and shoulders to me. Do we buy it when the neckline breaks on its way to 160, or do we guess it and buy it here and get nailed with it? If MACD goes above 0, I think I'm going to buy it. Although I hate the company fundamentally, right? But then technicals, momentum, it's a different story. This is MBIS. These are all the same groups. That looks decent. This is CIFR. Yeah, it looks nice. And then, so here are the two quantum computing stocks just going sideways. Before the melt up, MACD is under 0 still. Once it goes above 0, we'll take a look at it. One of my members did NVTS. I don't know. He got out too soon. I think he did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. And yeah, we'll see. That looks like it bottomed. Tagged 200 EMA a couple times. This is ARQQ. Arcade Computing. Arcade Quantum. That looks decent. Decent meaning like potential for a rally. Here's HIMS. Down, mother of all downtrends. At some point it'll end. Where will it end? I don't know. One of my members said look at SMCI. Oh my god. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Yeah, it's just downtrend. I don't want to deal with it. This is HIMS. Yeah, no thanks. And then 52-week high. So a lot of the metal stocks, Alcoa, getting decent pullback now. Well, let's give me a little bit more pullback. Albemarle. Yeah, give me some more pullback. Freeport McMoran, some copper stocks. It's not even pulling back. CNX Century Aluminum. Yeah. AA. Yeah, give me the 2020 MA pullback. Remember what I said during Members Live yesterday. Although MACD is kind of turning up, I was way above 0, so I'm not going to be concerned with it. Here's HYMC. I want to go short this garbage really badly, but then it's flagging. I think it's going to rip higher. Honestly do. Silver, gold. Okay, this is silver. 80.73, not much going on. I mean, we're picking the top here. I don't know how successful we're going to be, but we'll find out. Here's gold. I mean, uptrend of uptrends. And here's the dollar index, folks. There you go. Dollar has lost about 11%, 9 to 11% of its value. Although, is this a base or are we going to roll over? If dollar keeps losing value, that means market will go higher. If dollar goes higher, market will go lower. And this is what the dollar index looks like over the last 3 years. See this? See? This is how much money your buying power lost. 110 down to 96. Okay? In the last 2 years, dollar loses its value 7-8%. And you get gaslit by the government saying, yeah, inflation is only 2.5%. I'm like, okay, cool. Cool. So trying to give you guys a picture. I have 150 stocks that I'm watching. I don't want to go through all of it, but there are some rippers in there. There are some beauties in there. I like a firm, actually. It's based here, hopefully. We were in it, made money. We may get back in it again. Lemonade, I like. It's a high-level consolidation there. There are some stocks that have just gone up a little parabolic. HII is one. Huntington Ingalls. Look at these things. You just deal with these kind of stocks, folks. Don't go picking bottoms on garbage. You know, catching falling knives. Not good for your health or your account. There's 150 of them. I can't go through it. It was just, whatever. But, yeah, deal with these types of charts, guys. Okay? Don't deal with riffraff.